Wisconsin Garage. Today we've got something kind of interesting to do. We're going to go and visit Jackson Auto Wreckers, which is a wrecking yard that's been closed down for many years. I used to go there like 35 years ago looking for stuff, and it's been closed for a number of years now. And basically what's happening is in the spring they're going to crush the place, but for the month of November, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they're open to the public. You can go in there with your tools and harvest parts. There's cars in there back to the 1930s, everything from the 1930s right up into the 90s. So we're going to have a wander around in there, see if we can find anything. At least we're going to see some sights no matter what. See you when we get there. Well, we're in. We had to drag the wagon up a hell of a hill. I'm just catching my breath now. But we're in the kind of in the truck section. There's a lot of older 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s trucks. Look at this great big old Dodge gas engine. Back when gas still was pretty popular. And they told us you got to look in all these old delivery vans and stuff because they are all just filled with engines, transmissions, bits, pieces. Wow, look at that bumper. Hey? So let's have a look in here. Yeah, see, they would just put stuff in here. In these trucks for storage, right? Look there, there's a pair of snowplow cylinders. This one seems to be full of drive shafts. Now look at this, what is a Chevy Love, a Datsun? Oh, a Ford Courier. Yeah, a little Mazda. Ford Courier. These are before the Ford Ranger. Look at this, full of engines. Anything good in here? It's a Ford transmission, another Ford transmission. Some rear ends. Lots of Ford transmissions in here. There's a cylinder head for a 390. There's a Ford, an old Ford 3-speed manual transmission. Piles of stuff. Here's a head for a K car. I like this place already. International Travel All. The official transportation of the Joker, Riddler, and Penguin. This shed is pretty dark, but it's full of all kinds of little bits and pieces, engine accessories, generators, distributors, alternators, bits of carburetors, some wheels. Stuff has been in here forever. Clutches. Chrysler cylinder head, big block. Closed chamber, it's a 516. We got a slanter. Alrighty. EGR one. Here we got every rear end known to man. And then some, I'm sure. Wow. You name it, they got it in here. This little 3/4 ton Dodge truck is one of the most together things I've seen. Oh, look what we got here. 68 XL Hideaway. That's cool. All right, we've got 68 Ford parts. Now we're into some cars. You can tell these things have been in here a while. Or maybe longer than a while. Wow. Here's our first A-body sighting, a Demon 71, I think. Drum brakes. 6-cylinder K-frame. Thumped pretty hard on the front. Been in here a long time. Truck full of engines. A couple of Chrysler 360s at the front. A bunch of Chevy engines. I think that's a Pontiac engine, that one. Wow. And look at this. Look at all these gremlins. There's gremlins, gremlins, gremlins. Okay, now I got to look as I go through here because the cars are kind of a few deep. But we'll see if we see anything cool. I mean, there's no way in hell I can show you everything in this place. It's insane. But we'll show you as much as we can. Here we go. We got us a 68 Galaxy 500. Let's see if we can find anything on this we can use. The whole front of it's gone. Automatic head disc brakes though. F was a 302. Oh yeah, the 302 is still there. This is just incredible. It's just rows and rows and rows and rows of them. When they go to come to clean this place out, I guess they'll send in a logging crew first. That was a convertible, that one. Old pickup truck, like the old knee action shock on it. Okay, here's some more over here. Here's a couple of 68 Fords on the hill here. That one's a 4-door hardtop LTD. Wow. Maroon with a black top. I literally have this car on a Rock Auto magnet. In a little better shape than this one though. You can see the call outs on the fender. It had at least a 390 in it. Yeah, you can see the big block pedestals. Let's see if we can find the tag on the door. See what her story is. Yeah, so it was a Y code. Oh, you can see the Y there. This is a Y code, 392 barrel. This is a 67 sedan. Also had a 390 or 352. Did they still have 352s and 67 maybe? Here's a bunch of Volkswagens, 411s, Beetle. That's a Daimler or a little Jag or something. Right here, look, we've got a 67 Dart. My pal Dennis has one this color even. There's the gas tank from it. Look, still got bumper guards on the front bumper. Unbelievable. There's so much good stuff in this place. A Pinto station wagon, like the one in the Blues Brothers. I've always loved you. Lots of big Mopar C bodies back here. Big station wagons. There's a Riviera. Another Chevy wagon. Big Dodge sedan. Wow, this place is really something, man. 69 or 70 Mercury. You can't even make this up. Nobody would believe you. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Little 4-door Dart 67 from Jim Davidson's. Just as far as you can see, there's cars everywhere. Oh, there's another big Ford down there. A couple of A-body Mopars in here I saw. Check them all out. If a tree falls on a Pinto, does it make a sound? Pretty cool. There's a 66 Ford in front of us. Mustang, 69 or 70. with a grill for, is that a, oh no, it's a bezel from a Mustang taillight. You'll have to excuse me, I'm eating my lunch while I walk through here. Oh, I see a 70 Duster. Hang on. Here we got an original paint 70 Duster. Green like ours. Pretty gussied up car. Body side moldings. It's got the full chrome package. It's got the chrome on the tops of the doors like our Duster has. I had a vinyl top. Really nice. We're going to see if we can get some goodies off of this. There is just cars everywhere. And a lot of them, like these ones here, are packed in so tightly, it makes it very difficult to, you know, work on them or find anything. Oh, I see a Duster though. I'll have to walk in there and check that out. Well, if you need a hubcap for something, I'd say it's probably in here. Depends how much you want to dig to find it. There's a little German Capri. What a place. This one is a 72. Whoops. Wow. Say her best days are behind her. There's the hood from it over there. There are millions of these things. Hell, I've had millions of them. Grand Prix. Oh, here's a Scamp. A 71 Scamp. Well, look at that. It had power brakes. Somebody stuck some bucket seats from something in it. What do you know? The radio's still in it. Here lies the remains of a very, very old tractor. A very, very old truck. Look at the wheels. That's from the 20s. And then there's a couple more tractors. There's the remains of another one there. Who knows what it was. Here's one here. Maybe an Oliver. It's got green paint on it. And a 6-cylinder. Who knows what it is. That's Massey Harris. Even I can tell that. Look at that, a couple of forward control Jeeps. Don't see those too much anymore. Another Massey Harris, I believe. Probably start it up and drive it right out. Old Ford tow truck for snow plowing and towing. Isn't that cool? 53 or 54. Oh yeah. Deb says, look in there. Yeah, look in here. An old tractor on steel. Wow. Look at the size of the engine. Look at that thing. Monster 4-cylinder. Another old tractor. It looks to have a car engine of some sort transplanted in somewhere along the line. This place is unbelievable. Just stuff everywhere. Diamond T Special. That's a Diamond T engine. Wow. Here's a couple of old Chevy Army trucks. Still some parts to give. The headlights are on it, you know. There's another one over there. Still got the engine in it. It's got the front of it off so we can see in. Oh, it's a Ford. I call it a Chevy. My apologies, Henry. That's definitely a Ford flathead in there, isn't it? Bunch more agricultural equipment sitting on the back of it. There were millions of these things around after the war. They were like everywhere. Like, look at this. How long has this thing been sitting here? That these giant trees have grown up through it like that. Just crazy. Here's a Jeep. Flat fender. Little plow on it. What's here that we could use on Nick's? Yeesh. Not much. This one's a little bit newer, I think. Got a Morris Minor. There was a few of these things putting around in the old days. They were a miserly little British car. This tree wants this wheel. How long ago was that? How fast does a birch tree go? How long ago was that wheel leaned against that tree? Absolutely unbelievable. What a place this is. There's a lot of these things came from Russia in the late 70s, and they were pretty much the cheapest car you could buy. I had one for a winter car one year. Deb didn't like it because it smelled. The seats, I think, were stuffed with horsehair, but it got me through the winter. This is cool. This is the Vega department. Look at 1, 2, 3 Vegas. Cool. Oh, look at that. Plymouth grills. I think they're Plymouth. Oh, there's a 68 Ford. I recognize that nose anywhere. Cool, hey, it's a wagon. This is a really pretty row with the trees and the 68 Torino. Sorry, I'm heavy on Fords and Mopars. There's an AMC Ambassador. It's a Dodge Colt, I think. No, it's a Datsun. A little Datsun. Look at that, a Chevelle. So that's got some spray paint on it. That must mean something. Maybe that one's going in the auction or something. No idea. Here's a Dart Sport. No need looking for the windshield because I can see it doesn't have one anymore. I'm looking for a green tinted windshield for a Dart Sport or a Duster. Might not be the easiest thing to find in here. That sort of thing would normally come out of a car with air conditioning, and here in Canada back in those days you wouldn't find too many Dusters and Darts with air conditioning. They were just pretty much you know, cheap commuter cars for people, right? Economy cars. People that wanted air conditioning bought something else. Oh, here's something really cool. A 65 Ford Custom with the goofy 65 Ford Custom taillights. Yeah, wow. Let's check this thing out. Cool, it's a 2-door post. Automatic transmission. Engine's long gone. Let's see if we can see the mounts. It was a small block, $289. Old horse-drawn manure spreader. It's actually in decent shape. Like the trees haven't grown around it or nothing. You could probably hook up an ATV to this thing and just tow it right out of here. What a piece of lawn art that would be. You can fill it up with, put a new floor in it, fill it up with soil, put some nice flowers in it. Absolutely beautiful that would be. Look at all these old trucks. And what a beautiful day it's turned into. I'm gonna go look inside these trucks, see what I can see. A 65 Country Squire wagon, double white walls. Big block engine still in it, probably a 352. Now we're starting to find some oldies, so probably over the years they were, you know, it would have been a whole row of these and they might start pulling some of these out and sticking newer stuff in. Or this is, you know, about the time this would have been scrapped, there was still stuff like this on the farms, you know, everywhere. Every farmyard was full of old cars. Funny little British cars. That's a Volks. More Vegas. Oh, a fastback Torino. Look at that. Wow. '69 Ford wagon. So many station wagons in here. You forget when we were growing up what a huge part of life station wagons were. Everybody had a station wagon. Station wagons were everywhere. They ruled the roads, station wagons did. And then Lee Iacocca gave us the minivan and changed the world. And then the minivans pretty much now have been replaced by crossovers and SUVs. Wow, it's sad that all this stuff is just going to go in the press, but what are you going to do? You can't save them all. At least they've opened the place up so we can come in here and grab little bits and pieces. That's Diamond T, that. Wow. Beautiful. They were so cool. They looked like they had a chopped top. Diamond T's. Here's a bunch of internationals. You could tell at one point they were trying to organize them by what they were, right? And then as it got more and more full and full and full. Oh, I see another 68 Ford. Look at that, Firebird. What year is it? 67. Wow. 68 Plymouth. There's a Camaro. Let's check out this 68 Ford. What is it, a custom or a 500? A sedan. What's under the hood here? A small block of V8, 302. First year for it, 68. 302 automatic, so it's probably an FMX transmission. You can see here the oldies are starting to, they're starting to be more oldies than newies. These are so hard to find, man, but that one's done. I whacked one on my car a couple of weeks ago. I'm still pissed off about it. What are you gonna do? So, yeah, like I was saying, it's all Carmen Gia. It's all gonna be gone. A year from now, this place will be empty. But there's a tiny little guy. What can you do? Oh, Pontiac convertible. They got people in here to help you. They're going around with ATVs and trailers, so if you take off something big, they'll haul it out for you. They got guys with torches and saws and cranes and hoists. And here's a Dodge Crew Cab. Wow. Big 9-inch rear end. That is something. Here's a bunch of old farm implements and stuff. Dodge 400 grain truck. Poly, 318 poly in it. Another Dodge. Here's a 65 Mustang Coupe. Pretty picked over. Found a couple of 70 Dusters in this row. There's a 68 Dodge wagon. Pretty cool. We got a Studebaker. 65 Ford wagon. With a 6 in it. Wow. Cool. Never seen so many station wagons. Well, since I was a kid. We saw them everywhere back then. Oh, here's the remains of a Ford FE engine. A 2-barrel intake, some cylinder heads. That's a Maverick that's missing its back end. A Volkswagen that's missing its top. There was a lot of chop, chop, cut, cut going on back here. There's more and more of the 40s and 50s cars now starting to get mixed in as we go further. Kind of the further that way you go, the older they get. Apparently, according to that's what the fella told us when we came in. Anyway, this is a big Merc with the roll down back window. They were pretty cool. It's a Meteor, 66-ish, 67 maybe Meteor. Look at all this stuff in here. Just piles and piles and piles of stuff as they cut cars. This old Pontiac hood, 57 Pontiac hood. They cut stuff up and just throw the rear ends and stuff in the pile over here to deal with later, but I guess later never came. Big farm machine there. Vegas, look at all the Vegas. Look at them all. Ford Courier. I've seen quite a few of them in here too. Oh, somebody bought a whole car. A 63 Ford sedan. Lots of big, huge Chryslers in here too. Mopar C bodies. Lots of them. I know exactly what that is. No, I don't. It's a Chevelle or a Beaumont Cyclone, or I guess that would be actually a Montego, they would call it. Another big Ford sedan, 65. Bunch more trucks. This place must have been in business for a very, very, very long time. Well, I think we're kind of at the end of this part. There seems to be a bit of a roadblock. So I guess we'll go back up and around the other way. There's a lot of trees down back in here, but there's some really old stuff in here. Anybody that lived in Scarborough got hooked by buyers somewhere along the line. They were big back in the day. That's a Ford door, an 80s Ford door, and look at that. Hand-painted lettering. What a lost art that is. So we got a bridge here. This originally was a sawmill in here. There is a dam there that you can see. They've busted the dam down now and let the river back flow. But this is apparently this is the Ganaraska River. And so they had a mill going here. This place is just spectacular. Unbelievable. This guy guards the bridge. Here's the remains, I guess, of another old bridge. You can see here they had all kinds of different structures and stuff. Oh, here's another one. They're everywhere. You got to watch where you step. Wow. The place is crawling with them. Now here's another little section. This is kind of where we came in. There's oh look, some newer stuff. There's a Neon, a Cavalier. Another truck full of engines. What do we got here? And gas tanks. There's one Ford engine in there. There's a flathead Ford. That's a Dodge, the 318. Generator. Another shed full of hubcaps. Welding bottles. They're probably full. A huge bucket of wheel weights. Oh, K-cart. Everywhere you look here, you find something interesting. That's even a Plymouth neon, not a Dodge. So over there, the barn, there's another barn, I think. Yeah, there's 2 barns there. Those things are full of parts and auto memorabilia and stuff like that. And next spring, that stuff is all going to get auctioned off. I think I see a big Ford convertible here. Better check it out. Oh, no, Deb's taking me over to this side. Their school bus is full of stuff. Okay, let me go see what I can find. This has to be one of the most spectacular places I have ever been. Oh, it's just beautiful in here. How's it going? This poor 68 Ford convertible. Oh my gosh. Galaxy 500. Wow. That's about how they used to rot. Nothing left. Wow, look at that. It's got a radial delete dash in it. Now that is cool. Never know what you'll find in these places. Got a nice swimming hole here. Absolutely spectacular beauty. You couldn't even imagine this. It's so beautiful. And the cars just make it better. We're going to come back here again, I think, without the tools and just walk around and take pictures and stuff. So in between now and then, I got to come up with names for all these guys. Somebody got themselves a nodular pumpkin. Wow, that's a good deal. There's stuff everywhere. Everywhere you go, there's stuff. This is right where we parked our car. And there's still old trucks and stuff in here. So we're pretty much done. We're gonna roll now. When we get home, I'll show you our loot. We did pretty good. We did pretty good in here today. So here's our loot. It doesn't look like much, but some of this stuff is gold, and it's stuff that I've been looking for a long, long time. These here, these are the seat medallions for deluxe seats in a 70 Plymouth Duster. I've got a set of them. B-bodies, which was, you know, the intermediate cars like Satellites, use something similar, but they're taller. These are the shorter ones as used in a Duster. And one of these days, when I put proper 70 seats in my Duster instead of the 72 seats that are in it, I'm going to need a set of these. I got them. Here, 2 sets of moldings from also from a 70 Duster. First part is the vinyl top moldings. So there's a little molding that goes at the bottom of the windshield post here. And another one that goes around the C-pillar that connects the 2 windows together. If you ever want to put a vinyl top on a Duster, you need that stuff. It is freaking impossible to find anymore. We got a whole set. Plus, we got this stuff, which is like, I have only ever seen one other set, I think, on another car, and the set that's on my car. It's this stuff here. But for a Duster, right? You just do not see Dusters with that stuff on it. And I found that green 70 Duster that we worked on in there had all this stuff. It was a really, really well optioned up car. And I got the 1970 only Valiant badges off the Duster fenders. On the way out, I happened to look inside an old truck and I saw these 2 carburetors, Holley carburetors. This one is an 1850, which is a 600 vacuum secondary. This one here is a 3310, which is a 750 vacuum secondary, or 780, I think, depending on what variant that it is. This is a 3310-2. I'll have to look what that is. Now, this one is a bit of a hurting unit. It's got, it's missing the secondary throttle shaft, and there's a a little chunk out of the base plate there, but I don't think that's a big deal. We can work with that. Also, 68 Galaxy convertible top switch, right? That little guy. Where is it in this one? Right down there under the dash. The one in mine is roached, so I've got a spare now. And that one's got the right plug on it and everything. 70 Duster, horn switch and button. We got this here. This is a proper jack hook for a 68 Galaxy. And the awesomest, bestest thing I got in the whole place. Set of pedals. And all the clutch linkage and everything from a 67 Galaxy. This goes right into a 68. The only difference on a 68 is the pedals are a different shape. They've got a little bit of a cutout on the ends of them. And you can see there how that one's kind of tapered on the ends. The 68 manual pedals mimic that, right? And also I don't have the fancy pads, you know, that say disc brake. But anyway, beggars can't be choosers. We got us a set of stick shift pedals for a 65 through 68 Galaxy. That's great. I have been looking for these pedals for a very long time. And more than once I've thought to myself, you know, if I could ever get into Jackson's, I bet you there's a set of them in there somewhere. Well, you know what? There was piles of 65 through 68 Fords in there. I looked in every single one of them. And this was the only set that I found. It was from that blue 67 Ford post car that I showed you. And it had a 289 with a 3 on the tree, right? That's perfect. Man, I've been looking for that for a long time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, in an upcoming video, I'm going to compare these to 69 Camaro pedals because I think they're very, very close. For those of you who have cars like this that want to put a Tremec tranny or something in it, I'm pretty sure you can use 69 Camaro pedals, but we're going to find out because I got a pair of them over in the barn. So that'll do it for this one. That was our big trip to Jackson's Auto Wrecking. I can't believe it. Everybody watching this, if you want to get there, I'm going to get this on. So this is going to be on tomorrow night, this Sunday. So you've got 2 more weekends in November to get over there. They're there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That's when they're there. You can get over there and walk that place and see it because it is absolutely breathtaking. And it's not just the cars. The cars just make it even better. The actual property with the river running through it and the old mill and everything. I'm just awestruck with what I saw in there today. It was one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my life. I can't say enough about it. I wish I could win the Powerball. I'd buy the place tomorrow. But what I heard, my wife was talking to the people there, and they're actually going to make that place into some kind of a campground. That's what the goal is right now. It's up in tourist area, and that'll be absolutely beautiful. And they said that they're going to leave some of the cars there, some of the ones that look artsy, you know, with trees growing through them and stuff like that. You know, that one army truck I showed you with the trees growing up through the frame. They're gonna keep some of that. So it will keep a little bit of its heritage, at least. Anyway, what can you do? That's progress. Nothing lasts forever. You can't save them all. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed our spending the day with us at Jackson's Auto Wreckers. I hope we find more things like that in the future, but that probably is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. There was no YouTube when Meinekers was open down in Picton. You'd have loved that place. Anyway, that'll do it for now. I'm going to go. I'd like to thank you all for tuning into the Claremont Classic Garage. I hope you will come back and see us again. And until then, I'm Kevin saying so long for now.